olókoòwò ẹ súnmọ́ bí ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ́ oṣù náà ẹ má gbẹ̀yìn.
For inspiring stories, real talk from health and wellness.
Life no get duplicate.
Na so ẹ̀mí ò láàárọ̀ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Make you take am easy.
Na so.
Radio Afínjú says if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink.
Tẹ́ jẹ́jẹ́ o.
Make you take am easy.
Na so.
This awareness is brought to you by Radio Afínjú. Are you ready to dive into the breathtaking world of social media savage? Bastos. It's weekend. Join me, Classic and On the Drops every Saturday.
For inspiring stories, real talk from health and wellness to career and relationship, we explore it all. Meet your host, TheRadioGem, and other women on Women Corner every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m., where sisterhood meets support. It promises to elevate your mind, and most importantly, it's gonna be fun. Follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, all at Radio Afínjú. Keep a date with us on Women Corner every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m.
on Radio Afínjú.
For inspiring stories, real talk from health and wellness to career and relationship, we explore it all. Meet your host, TheRadioGem, and other women on Women Corner every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m., where sisterhood meets support. It promises to elevate your mind, and most importantly, it's gonna be fun. Follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, all at Radio Afínjú. Keep a date with us on Women Corner every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m.
on Radio Afínjú.
Hello. It's another Wednesday night here at Radio Afínjú, and as you already know, it is time for Women Corner. How are you doing? You listening to me right now? How are you doing this Wednesday night? How is the weather treating you? How are you coping with the country, with the economy? I hope you're doing great, because I am. And you know why? Because it is Women Corner again here at Radio Afínjú. It is time for the women to gather at the round table, even though this table is not round, but it is time for the women to gather once again and discuss. It's time to have a tete-a-tete, to have women talk, women discussions. You know how we do it, right? So it is time again for Women Corner. We discuss social issues, health, business, career, everything women. So if you're a woman, you're an aunt, a sister, a girlfriend, a wife, this is where you should be right now. Also, if you're none of those things, this is where you should be, because you don't know when whatever you're going to learn on this show today is going to be useful to you and the women around you. So gather everyone and tell them it is time for Women Corner. Women Corner!
We gather day!
All right, I'm your humble host. My name is Pedro, but you can call me TheRadioGem. And I have with me in the house, in fact, it's a very full house this night. Everywhere is filled to the brim, because we have important people here in the studio with me, and they're going to be introducing themselves. Starting from my right hand here, I have...
Hi everyone, I am Bukola Olawumi. People call me Iyalaje.
Iyalaje herself. Iyalaje herself is here in the studio. She's bringing all the energy, all the vibe. You know how it goes now. No dull moment here on the show tonight. And right beside Iyalaje, I am
Toyosi Durotoye.
Toyosi Durotoye is also here on the studio. She want to say something. And next to Toyosi, I have...
Good evening, everyone. This is Atilola Exclusive.
Oh, Atilola exclusive. She's going to be having some exclusive conversations to women this night. And right next to Atilola, I have...
You have spicy honey drops on the show tonight.
Let's go!
Hot, baby.
Exactly. Spicy honey drops is here once again.
I
know you guys missed spicy honey drops. She has not been around for a while, but she's back now and she's bringing all the vibes and all the energy. It promises to be fun this night because we are discussing a very, very, very delicate. It's always delicate anyway, but this night's own is very special because it is a story. It is a story that trended on social media some weeks back, and I thought it is worthy of conversation. It is worthy to discuss that topic on the show tonight. So I want to throw this question to you, but before we do that, if you're not already following us on social media, we are on Facebook. We are currently streaming on Facebook at Radio Afínjú. We're also on X, TikTok, Instagram, every social media platform. We are there at Radio Afínjú. You can also stream the show live on Zeno Radio right now. Follow us on Radio Afínjú. Also, if you would love to contribute to the ongoing conversation, we are currently streaming on Facebook. We want to hear what you have to say. We want you to participate because we are having a conversation or a topic that concerns not just women tonight, but also men as well. So feel free to join us on the Facebook page, and we're going to read your comments and your contributions live on the show. Okay, before we continue, I just want to throw a question to the ladies and ask, ladies, how are you doing? Let me even ask, how are you guys doing this night?
I'm fine.
Very well.
You're looking fine. I like that. Okay, so I want to throw a question, which is the topic for tonight's discussion. I know earlier I had asked, we have this issue of unplanned parenthood. Who is to blame? That's the topic we are discussing this night. So, unplanned parenthood. I just want to ask. He said yes or no. It's a very straightforward question. Is it the man? Is it the woman? Is it the grandfather? Is it the brother or the sister? Who exactly do you think is to blame when this issue of unplanned parenthood is raised? And when we're talking about unplanned parenthood, I'm talking about unwanted pregnancies. Yes, something you did not plan for. Even though when you were doing the enjoyment, you did not think about it. But it has happened. Don't it shell? Who? It has happened. Don't it shell? So who do we blame now that should I call it a mistake? I don't know if I should call it a mistake, but now that it has happened, who is to blame for that unwanted pregnancy? Let's start with Bookie by my right here.
From my hand here, no one's to be blamed. I can't blame anybody because of this. Yes. Because we both enjoyed it.
Exactly.
And this thing can't happen. You can't talk say we should blame.
If
you blame them, blame you for what? But me, for my hand, I think this thing has happened and it has happened.
Right.
Is there anything you want to do about it?
You bakamuni.
You bakamuni. So if you blame me from now till tomorrow,
you go nowhere.
We should just keep enjoying our life.
All right. Bookie says nobody is to blame. Toyosi, who do you think is to blame?
I blame both parties. I mean, if you're not ready for something, there are precautionary ways you can do something about it. Abstinence is one. Yes, or you can use.
No, I just want you to who do you think is to blame? Just mention
both parties.
Okay.
But I feel the man should be blamed more.
Okay, we'll get into that very soon on why you think the man should be blamed. Okay, Titi Lola, who do you think? Atilola, I'm sorry, Atilola, who do you think should be blamed when this issue of? Okay, so we have two nobodies to be blamed right now. That's good.
I actually feel we didn't plan for it.
Okay.
There are times you go to a guy and you will not plan for sex. It happens.
Okay.
Those unexpected sex could be the one that will, you understand.
So we are not blaming anybody. All right. Just hold on to that thought. Honey drops. Who should be blamed?
I'm going to blame the guy on a 70% and blame the lady on a 30%.
So you are balanced. 70 and 30.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Like I said earlier, what brought
Please,
no problem. I love
oh, really? You are even crossing.
yes, please.
Onya has done the math. She has done the calculation. I say, you know what? I'll take 30. Let him take 70.
Okay, you're supporting them.
I'm not supporting anybody.
Okay,
what's
good.
my own? They won't take me. Me, I'm not supporting them. My own is to fenusil. How do they say? To borosil. I don't even know how they say the Yoruba, but my own is just to throw it to you and then you throw it back to me. So Bukola is saying she's not blaming anybody. Toyosi is saying blaming both of them. Atilola is also not blaming anyone. Oyin said the man is 70, Abi?
Yes.
The woman is 30. Okay, so unplanned pregnancy, who is to blame? We'll go on a very short break right now. And when we come back, I'm going to read us a very delicious story. That's the story that birthed this conversation in the first place. And when we come back, we're going to analyze everything. Who really is to blame when the issue of unwanted parenthood or unwanted pregnancy comes up? Don't go anywhere. It's still Women Corner.
Man, well na day
We mount.
na time to talk about life, love and everything wey dey inside. No judgment, no filter. We dey talk am as e dey be.
The gathering of men that pour out their minds on issues surrounding relationship. It's always hot, deep, revealing, and educative.
Join Men Mount on Radio Afínjú every Thursday for tori wey go make your body coolele. Abi you sef get experience wey you wan share? We dey there for you gidigba. Follow us for all our social media handle for Facebook, for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, all for Radio Afínjú. Where men dey,
Men Mount.
All right, you're welcome back from that short break. This is still Women Corner on Radio Afínjú, the radio station with an impeccable dimension to broadcasting. Before I went on that short break, I threw a question to the ladies in the house, and I'm also throwing it to you listening to me, you watching me on Facebook right now. Unplanned parenthood, who is to blame? Do you blame the woman? Do you blame the baby that they've not even given birth to? Or do you blame the man? Who really is to blame when this issue of unplanned parenthood is brought up? And before I left, I threw the question to the ladies in the house. Some said they're blaming both partners. Some said they're not blaming anyone. Oyen said she's blaming, Honey Job said she's blaming both the man and the woman, but on different percentages. So I said I'm going to read this story. This story made waves on the internet, I think last week or a few weeks back. And I thought it was something we really need to discuss and talk about on the show, because this issue of unplanned pregnancy or unplanned parenthood is really something that is rampant in our society today. We have a lot of issues, you know, young people, teenagers, even in married couples too. There are also instances of unplanned parenthood. So how do we handle this? It has happened, or even before it happens, how do you prevent it from happening if it's not something you want? And then after it happens, how do you get out of such situation? That's what we're going to be talking about this night. But okay. Before we go on, I'm going to read this story. It's a very long story, but I'll try to be very brief with it. So please listen very, very attentively, because it's going to inform a lot of decisions. Want to talk about this topic, want to discuss it, want to analyze all the angles, because not only does it even involve the woman and the man in this story, it also involves some external and extended parties too, and they all had a role to play in this story. So I'm going to be reading the story right about now, so just listen carefully. Today is the day I decide to tell my story of how my boyfriend, a lecturer, left me with a twin pregnancy after securing his visa to the UK. Pay attention, oh. I met this guy mid-2019 and we started dating. I really fell for this guy. I thought we would probably end up together. He told me about his plans to travel outside the country where his brother was. So he said he didn't really like the job he was doing because he was a lecturer, yeah? So he was looking for greener pastures abroad. In 2022, he told me his visa was out. So that means they've been dating from 2029 2022. So in 2022, he said his visa was out. She was happy. And then she asked what his plans was towards her. And he did the usual sweet talking, saying he was never going to forget me. Then it was during this period I found out I was pregnant. When I told him about real wawu, because it's a wawu something. It was during this period I found out I was pregnant. When I told him about the pregnancy, he said he wouldn't advise me to keep it because he was traveling and also wasn't ready to be a father. You're not ready, Abi? That I should terminate the pregnancy. Despite telling him I could lose my life in the process, he said, and I quote, "If you are afraid of normal removal, use pills, blah 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 blah." I just didn't know what to say. I told him I wasn't ready to lose my life. Little did I know I was having twins. So not only is she even pregnant with one child, it was two children for a man that said he's not ready to be a father.
Okay.
So the whole pregnancy thing happened. She said it was a very difficult pregnancy for her, and she managed to scale through, and she gave back to cesarean section. So when that happened, when after the whole birthing, she couldn't even offset her hospital bills. Her family had to come into the picture, and then they managed to raise some money, and then she snapped the hospital bill and sent it to the man. He did not reply.
The man that just got there.
He did not reply. She started crying.
I'm listening.
Her blood calm down.
I'm only listening.
Calm down. Her blood pressure became very high. Then the doctor came and blah 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 blah. They raised money anyway, and she got discharged from the hospital. Then she called his brother in Nigeria and told him everything that had happened. He said he was going to call back, that he wants to confirm from his own brother. After some weeks, she called the brother back to find out she had been blocked. That one happened. The brother of the boyfriend. Then she didn't know how she was going to take care of her children, blah 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 blah. Fast forward to March this year, the children completed 1 year. They became 1 year old rather. She sent him an update on WhatsApp. Nothing, no message. Everywhere was silent like a cemetery. And then she was falling sick, and then the children too, they were also falling sick. Then she went to an elderly woman who told her that the children need to go to their father's people so that she can take care of herself, because only her taking care of 2 children is going to be very, very, very difficult. Exactly. So then she collected money from a loan app and traveled to the man's village in Ondo State. So she got there. She told security man who she was looking for, blah 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 blah. They told her that nothing like that is in that compound, because she actually knows the man's family. So she got there, but they said they are not here. So as she was leaving, coincidentally she happened to meet the man's brother, the same brother that had blocked her on WhatsApp. Okay. Yeah, on the way, that one now said, that is going to take her to where the family now stays. So she got into the car. Unknowingly, this man now took her to another location and was telling her that the parents you are going to meet, they are very old, they have hypertension, you want to feel ironu pa my parents, not on my watch, please go back to where you are coming from. So long story short, she had to leave Ondo State and go back to Auchi that she is.
The same day.
Yeah. Then she was now saying that the man now called and now sent her texted her on WhatsApp. He started raining abuses on me, saying that I went to his place and embarrassed myself, that I'm very stupid. What was I thinking? Was I thinking he would marry me? That is the boyfriend now, because the brother had told him that the lady came. So she now said, I don't want to marry him either. I just want him to take care of his children. Those kids are innocent. They can't suffer because of our mistakes. The guy said over his dead body, and that he had told me he doesn't need children. He insulted me, and I started crying.
Oh, sorry. He told her he does not need children.
No, he said it from the beginning that he didn't want children.
From the dating.
Yeah, although that was after she got pregnant too. And I said he's not ready to be a father. So she dropped the call and blocked his number. And then she was coming. What even prompted this whole story is that she's coming on the internet now and seeking for help from Nigerians, because she says, if you know this family, kindly help me reach out to them. Economy is hard. The children need feeding, clothing. The kids need to go to school. I'm not interested in marrying Kola. Kola is the name of the man. I'm not interested in marrying Kola or having any relationship with him. I just want my kids taken care of.
Which is not too much to ask for.
Not at all. Not at all. So ọ̀rọ̀ ló pèsè jẹ́ yìí o. Ọ̀rọ̀ I've swallowed
AC. Yes.
Ọ̀rọ̀ I've swallowed AC. Ọ̀rọ̀ I've swallowed AC indeed. Adẹ̀tí bá dé ojú ẹ̀ báyìí. So what should in fact, before we even get to what she should do, let's start from the very beginning, where they have been dating, and everything was going smoothly. Everything was going smoothly.
Okay, she's a student of the school.
No, she's not a student. She's not a student. She just stays in Auchi.
She does not work.
It didn't state here in the story that she just worked. So let me I'll just try to reiterate the whole story. They've been dating for 3 years. He's a lecturer in a school in Auchi. I think that's where they met, but he's from Ondo State. So they've been dating for 3 years. In 2022, he said he was looking for greener pastures. He wants to jackpot. And then when the visa came through, she told him, I hope you are not going to leave me. He said, lie over my dead body. We go nowhere. We die here. And it was still it was still during the same period that she found out she was pregnant. And then the man said he's not ready to be a father. I mean, if we look at it well, I would understand, because he's going to a new place. When you are jackpot, for most people, they are like starting afresh.
Exactly.
They're starting afresh. So that responsibility, when people travel out, they are thinking of how to stabilize, how to settle down, how to gather money. How to gather money before they can even think of sending money back down. So I can kind of want to understand where he is coming from.
You don't want to understand.
Just wait. So let's start from, what do you think of the whole situation of the man saying he's not ready to be a father when it came to her getting pregnant? Let's start with Bookie.
Let me say, but first of all, what I would say is, for a man to open up to you and tell you to your face, my dear, you should run for your dear life. See, I appreciate the man that even open up to you and tell you to your face, well,
I think probably they did not have that conversation before the pregnancy came in.
After the pregnancy, my dear sister, there is a lot you can do. Yes. Yes. Because
I'm learning.
Okay. The problem, everything now is in her head. No one is helping her. Even the family, at some point they will be like, and it's even two
not one. No.
See, if you go to your family's house today, you beg for money. Tomorrow you were there. Next tomorrow you were there. Tobadi or Tula, they will tell you, what? I want my life. I have my own life too, and they make any problem. So everybody will always want to say one thing or the other about your life. So to avoid that, you have to
look out for yourself.
Yes, take yourself first. And you don't travel. Cause okay, this man is going to where he has no family, and him getting there. But you need problem cause long. Won't you take care of your child on your own?
True.
So for the fact
what even he has said, and along the line, the guy is dead.
What will you do?
Anything could have happened.
See, at this point, for the fact that the man don't tell you, say, mi ò tí ṣe tán mọ́ sí wá nǹkan ṣe sí o. Appreciate that man. He's a good man.
True. It's possible. It's possible.
He's a
but
good
actually,
man.
what do you think? Because a lot of people on the internet were of the opinion that she probably kept that pregnancy because the man was traveling out the country. So she wanted to find something to key into
him down.
Jackpot thing. Yes.
I feel it for you. Because he could suffer. She's the one suffering.
Yes.
And mental health is at stake. I do not see reason why you use that to tie a man down.
Yeah.
Even a man that loves you would leave you. You're not even sure if he loves you. You're not even sure if you are his first
and the relationship has not even been defined.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So you having this mentality in your head, you want to use that baby to hold him down. It's a very foolish, foolish thoughts of and I don't know if she has a work or a business.
Well, she didn't state in the story if she is.
For you,
even if you have everything.
But one thing is, you are saying, because you want to tie a man down.
But that's what they are saying.
She didn't tell you. She had to. Yeah, we are just assuming.
Yeah.
This situation is unfortunate one. Yeah. It's unfortunate. So you're not telling me that a mistake that happened.
That we both did.
That happened. Like you have to run away from it. Fine, we did not plan that. We were just planning to just vibe. Let's just enjoy the relationship and all.
Yeah.
But as a woman that I am, do you know the risk I'll put my life through if I do the other thing you want me to do?
Yeah.
Did you think about that? But if a man say he does not want a child, he didn't say that before we in our talking stage. He didn't say that before I got pregnant. So how come it is not that I'm pregnant that he's saying he's not ready to be a father? He did not know that when we started having sex.
Okay. Sorry. Hold on. Let me ask you. It has happened now, right? Do you now think, because especially since the man has said he didn't want the child, and then it has happened. Let's even say, okay, the man is not even in the picture at all, but or something has happened to him. But for a man that has said he doesn't want it, that means he doesn't even want to be involved. I am saying now because hold on,
I'm pregnant.
Honey job, just hold on. And why I'm mentioning this part is that Shebina, because say she fit still go in family house, go find am. Now why she dey waka up and down? Some men they impregnate women, then they disappear from this world. They are not dead though.
Okay.
You just cannot find them. Does that mean what you do now is to be asking internet people to look for the father of the children for you? No, let me introduce you.
I feel if you need help, you should seek for help. It is the best thing to do.
The help she's seeking for is to look for the man, not to raise a business or something for her to take care of the children.
She's looking for the man.
Yeah, she posted the picture and said,
begging for
look for the man.
Start a business.
We're not talking about. We're not talking about just one kid here. We're talking about 2 children.
You don't understand me. No, let's talk within the scope.
My dear sister.
Hold on. I'm going somewhere. Let's speak within the scope of this story. I'm speaking now from the scope of this story. She said, help me tell Kola to I don't want to marry him. I just want him to take care of the children. So I'm saying, let's assume Kola is dead now. Are you not meant to? Because let's look at it that way. If he doesn't want to have anything to do with that to those children, he will not.
There's no way
it does not matter what you do on the internet.
But we should not exonerate him from this thing.
I'm not exonerating him.
He's still alive.
For me.
Radio Gem.
He's alive.
Radio Gem.
Then we should look for him.
At this point, I'm going to use myself.
Then.
Wait, please.
Hey.
At this point, I'm going to use myself as an example.
Okay.
I'm a single mother. Okay. The father of my child is very well. He's doing very well. He's very much alive. Doing okay. I know their family. I know their house. But my dear sister, if I call him from now till next year, he will not pick. And if I thought he pick, he will not be like, hello. Oh my God, Tomashele, ba mi send size ọmọ yẹn. Ba mi send hello lowo school. School wo lo lọ sí. My dear sister, this one will not return the call again. We will not even pick. I tried to talk to one of the sister and I asked her, please help me talk to your brother. Even I just want him to be a part of his son's child. I've been doing this for 10 years. My dear sister,
that's what this woman also wants.
I've been doing it for 10 years and I'm begging. This one did not tell me that. Let me now make something clear to you. This one did not tell me that baby me woman. We said we are doing this together. Wait, let me finish. Okay, he said we are doing it together.
Yes, ma'am.
After 4 months, I get 4 days after my child birth. He was at our place and he said, hey, you'll be giving me 5,000 naira every month to take care of the child.
Well, 10 years ago.
Wait to as at then.
10 years ago.
Thank God for that 5,000 naira. I will send that 5,000 naira this month and maybe after like another 6 months. We will now send another 5K.
And after 6 months again.
Then, thank God I have a yao. If my mom is not alive, my dear sister, my life would be a living hell. But I thank God for my mom, Kafi Yesoto, and the good people around me. Kafi Yesoto. Now tell me, am I not taking care of my child?
You are, of course. You're doing a fantastic job.
I'll go to market at times. I'll buy things for the boy. I'll not even remember myself. See, my dear sister, it has happened.
Yeah.
You will take it responsibility. This one will even call me because I refuse to bring the child to their family house to do the first rites. The papa, the grandfather is angry with his mad at me. Muwani, tell your dad to continue the hangout because me I will not beg I've been doing it for 10 years already.
Right.
So
right.
Kilo fuku.
So what you're saying now is that despite it is an agreement between both partners. Yes. A lot can still go wrong. Anybody can decide that they don't even want to do this anymore.
Oh, I pictured her because she has 2.
Yes. For the fact that she has a
can I say something?
Okay.
Can I say something?
Okay.
Even if I've bagged the wrong man, what happened to the family?
It's
you can have the wrong family too.
You can have a wrong man.
I'm not even saying you have to take up responsibility, but at least my dear sister, this man have the authority to carry me to a wrong location because you don't want your parents to know about
I'm sure
the
the family does not even want. They don't want anything to do. It's my dear sister.
And wait, sorry,
look from 2019 to 2000 and what?
2022.
She didn't know any of the family.
No,
she didn't state why they were still dating.
Why they were
didn't state
dating.
anything.
But she got the
So
number. She has the guy's
dating a
number.
guy for 3 good years. I do
She
not know
never
your
met
mom.
any of them.
Your dad.
It's
possible
now.
She
It's
never met
possible.
any of
Different
those
locations.
people.
It's very, very possible.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think at the same time, if she had something she was doing, probably she would have been able to handle it as
It is not it. No, she won't be able.
No, hold on.
She
She
won't.
Hold on
She
a
won't.
minute.
No,
If
she
she do that,
won't.
But we have people.
It won't be a no.
but what about
We have
yes,
people that
she
have
would
4
be
children,
able.
and their
Let me tell
husband
you.
is not even alive.
Let me tell you
Taking care of
this.
the children. Even
Yes.
without the help of the
Personally,
family,
I
the
found
papa.
it
So what are we
pathetic.
saying?
let me tell you.
It's
first.
not easy.
She actually trained these
You know,
children
easy, but
up
what-
to
what-
the
okay, so
year
sorry.
Not be
the
inside.
year
With help
one.
with help of family
With the help of
members
herself
and family
and
members.
family members. She wouldn't have actually, if she does not have anything in corner, she can't survive having those children till 1 year.
She should have stated.
And again, if you guys listen very well, did you know that she actually stated it? I want baby, one problem come to the you have to take them to their family house to the father's house to do some rituals. These children were getting sick. She don't understand.
I pray God help those
I think
children.
another thing she's trying to do is to find closure.
Exactly.
Let it be like she did the right thing. She did her part.
I mean, see, let me tell you something. If I get pregnant, no man will tell you that I'm wrong. No man will say, don't worry, I'll break your heart later. No man is not written on their forehead. But as far as you don't share, me, if I get pregnant, I've always said this all my life. If I get pregnant and even if God forbid it is the worst person, I'm not going to abort that child. Like, I'm definitely not going to, because I always feel like, okay, what if something happens to me at the end of the day? What if that child that I went to abort, what if is what will make me
the president?
You understand? Exactly, the president of the world. But like
The Messiah.
So I'm ready to take the risk. That is me as a woman
That
trying
is
to
what
take.
to me.
And so mistakes happen. But my problem is it don't happen. Why don't you own it as a man that you are? Why don't you even if yes, you don't want to marry the woman that she does not even care about, but for a woman to stand her ground that she's definitely going to take care of these children, she's definitely not knowing that she has to. She did not run away from her problem. As a man, stand the ground. You don't understand. Stand your ground. See, because I feel like yes, it's my mistake. Okay, solution in Kamawa. Let us look for how to solve the problem.
Sorry.
If though it is not written on the forehead that he's a responsible man.
Yeah, so we should learn to hold men accountable.
Do you understand?
Yes, exactly what I'm saying.
But do you know it won't be the first person to do that, and it will definitely will not be the last.
Yeah, because there has been a history of men avoiding
But
such
let me
But that's why I'm saying let us not blame the lady.
You know this person, the person I'm talking about will come to my this person I'm talking about will come to my status, save my son's picture, start showing it to his friend.
Proud father.
You know later on they feel like when those children grow up, after the parents, after the woman.
One thing I will beg all women to fight against this. See, if this man is not doing it right by you, let it clear. Emma cover nonsense more. I will be
That's what she's trying to do.
We are trying to cover what is not right.
I want to ask Buki a question.
Okay.
What's your point for blaming the woman?
My point for blaming the woman is because she said when the man wanted to travel, that was when she got pregnant.
She realized
she was pregnant, and the man máa yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ bá wọn pé oyún tẹ fẹ́ ní ìmí ready fún
oyún yẹn.
my dear Oyin Kọ́sọ́lá kò sí nǹkan tí ọkùnrin lè sọ fún mi lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ti sọ wípé oyún yẹn mo ti débẹ̀ rí mo mọ̀ bó ṣe rí bébí ó lè sọ fún mi.
But ma wá risky. Okay, what about it? What do you want her to do? Okay, what?
No, I cannot tell her what to do. Kiss baby. You like where?
My sister is because
Oyin alákòóbá ni baby ike.
No. Do you have younger sibling? Do you have younger siblings?
An only child.
The only child. I have 2 siblings that ask you for money time to time. This one, now if you get, you go do. But for your pikin, you don't get choice.
You don't get choice
at all. You can't do am. You know that responsibility. Say they choke my sister.
You know say choke.
No, you're not talking like you know.
No, listen. See, I'm not buy you for wahala. See, let me tell you, see, you go see money, big money,
but not
you want when you go plan say this thing.
But in this context,
she can relate to what I'm trying to say. Wait,
but in this context,
Oyin, please let me.
I would not for once blame this woman on the eyesight.
Oyin mo ti gbọ́, let me now burst your bubble. She can testify to what I'm about to say. Ni wípé àwọn ọjọ́ kan wà tí mo máa rí owó yẹn pé owó yìí aṣọ ni mo fẹ́ fi ra sára mi káwọn èèyàn náà tiẹ̀ máa rí mi pé yàn ni mí at the end of the day bùkátà ni owó yẹn ni ó máa end up láti bá lọ.
But Buki, you said something earlier. You said she realized she was pregnant because you are saying this pregnancy as if it just falls from heaven.
And then you realize
they did something.
We collaborate together. We enjoy.
And you don't just realize you're pregnant.
Do you know how men can enter your head to the extent that you will love up.
At the same time, you are responsible for your
actions.
But we're forgetting something that this is only happening because it's in Nigeria.
Yes.
If it's outside of the country, that man will be held responsible.
If we go to court,
fine. Thank
we
God.
don't know the country.
See, we always
no, Nigeria.
Bless God for our man. Ẹ̀yin man wa. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ayé yín because you always have your way in this country. This man is living a very good life and you to come inside my phone.
I love
pick my status. And you pick my son's
the man is literally saying, let's bygone be bygone.
But you know, give this guy few years, he might come back begging.
Definitely.
And the mother that is on Twitter now looking for help will still forgive her.
She will.
Definitely.
You know the one she was
saying.
You know the one she was saying that she doesn't want Kola to marry her.
Yeah.
Let
me give you one funny example. One day my son walked up to me and said, my mommy, if my daddy come now and carry one big bag of money, would you forgive me? So sorry over you.
This movie that trend one time like that this lady did. I think in the bank or something. Okay. I didn't recall the name of the movie. She suffered. She has 2 kids. She had to clean time to time.
Sister.
You understand? See, at the long run, these kids start collecting from their father. They have to talk to their mom like, look at the way you're looking. Don't you want to look good? She felt bad.
The parent that stayed though.
You understand?
You only had
the kids were angry. But they start using trending phone. So my father go come now, you know, accept me. He come and bring iPhone 16 where they trend. Daddy, I forgive you. My man go vex for me. But now they sabi. Me, I don't forgive my papa. Money, nothing where money no they do.
Nothing.
Na that day I make up my mind say ọmọ yìí kò sure fún mi pé ní sùúrù ọmọ kan lọ́jọ́ yẹn sí.
You think he doesn't want his fatherly role in his life?
See, don't let me lie. That day I cried because I was like, so tọmọ yìí bá ro lóòótọ́ ó sì kí n for him.
To even think
about his daddy. Bring big money. Big ọmọ yẹn tún sọ ní big money.
On the funny note, Buki Magba.
I like money. Good money. Money is good, my dear sister.
Pearl. I love me a man that is very responsible. That would like even if Otewadi yam pepper scatter is going to be the man he is. You understand? But king kosoju. That is the problem I have.
Right. Okay,
if
so
it is written on their head.
Let's come back to this story back now because now it has happened already. Ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Pẹ̀lú pé kíní kan ó sọ pé òun fẹ́ ìyẹn ti lọ. it has happened. So what is now the way forward for this woman? Do you think her going on social media and asking people to call the man to come and interview, do you think that's really the best way to go? Or do you think she should just pick her L and move on because it has happened and there's nothing she can do?
I think she should have just asked for help. Yes. From social media.
If she asks for help, people will still saying that, oh, lokoni, kileto lo wow.
People story
say same thing.
This was just now.
She should ask for help, money, financial assistance.
People, see, beg people. Me like I will beg people. Ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú mi. Time tí mo wà yìí, I wanted to pay my son's school fees. Owó yẹn ò dẹ̀ tí pé ẹ̀rọ mi lọ́wọ́.
Lọ wá ọkọ ẹ.
No. It's not like no. They will help.
Okay. So we'll go on a very short break. We are really running out of time. So we'll go on a very short break. And when we come back from this break, we are still talking on the way forward because the mistake has happened. What role does family have to play in this situation? Let us assume that this woman now is our friend and she comes to you with this kind of situation. When we come back from this break, we are going to talk about what will you even advise her to do? What is the way? What is the way forward? Okay. All right. If you're just joining us, this is still Women Corner on Radio Afínjú. Classic Olayemi, I see you. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. Good to have you on the show, Classic Olayemi. Thank you so much. When we come back from this break, we're going to talk about the way forward on unplanned parenthood, who is to blame, and what is the way forward. So don't go anywhere. You're welcome back from that short break. This is still Women Corner on Radio Afínjú, and we are talking about a very important topic, the topic of unplanned pregnancy, unplanned parenthood. Who is to blame? We've had a lot of fun analysis here in the studio tonight, and now we are talking the way forward. Okay, the pregnancy has happened. What is the way forward? I know that most times when we hear prevention is better than cure, we think ọ̀rọ̀ lásán ni. But we can see now from this story that it is actually not ọ̀rọ̀ lásán, because I didn't mean that prevention had happened in the first place. Yeah. Especially in this story where the relationship has not been defined. Tí ìsọ̀rọ̀ marriage, your family has not visited his family. Tí ìmọ̀ra yín, because if that had happened, I don't think the family will just throw her away or start avoiding her like that. So they've not had that conversation. They are still doing boyfriend and girlfriend, and maybe she thought, okay, he's looking. See, no matter if a man should date you for 10 years, as long as that relationship has not been defined, you are going nowhere. So pregnancy is in your pocket, because a man that will stay. Because personally, I like women to take responsibility for actions. Don't say, oh, he gave me belly. He did not give you belly. Oh, you had sexual intercourse and it resulted to pregnancy. And now that the pregnancy has happened, and then the man is trying to avoid responsibilities, what is the way forward? I'll start with Toyosi. What do you think is the way forward now for this lady here?
The way forward is for her to draw her shokoto up. Let it be very tight. You know, if she has a certificate, let her dust it. If she does not have, let her go and
get to work.
Let her go and learn a skill and get to work.
Because
there is no man in her life, she is supposed to do something. Even if she never had a child, she is supposed to be able to take care of herself. At some point, have a child or two if that's what she wants for herself, and take care of her responsibilities. It's not just the man that is at fault, she's also at fault. So she should hold herself accountable. Soon shokoto very well and tie her well and get to work, get a job, rally around for support from her family members, because it looks like the guy's family, they are not interested at all. From her family, her mom, her sisters, whatever, anyone she can lay her hands on. I have an issue at hand, help me.
Thank you.
Sure, with Nigerians too, I'm sure she would get help. She's not the first person.
Asilala, what do you think? What do you think is the way forward for this woman in this story?
I actually go with her. I think she should just do something. this way you're asking for people to call caller for you. Caller is not the solution. Leave caller. Make caller day.
What's in law?
To buy for start a business. Do something meaningful with your life.
Yeah.
And you can tell your kids a very good story. I took care of you guys.
And honestly, people should stop this stigma of single mother, because if you're saying single mother, you're not taking the man that left to go call. You people are blaming the parents that actually stayed behind to take care of the child alone.
The deadbeat.
Do you understand? So I think that should be reduced. Oh, what do you think? What's the way forward from this lady in the story?
Yes, so
do
you understand? Yeah, I actually did that. I spoke that smooth Yoruba with no mistake. Don't play. But see, we have mistakes are bound to happen, and if they were not ready to be parents, they should have protected each other. They should have taken the cautions, like, oh, this. But now I feel all of us, we are going to be on the same note, that she should move forward. Ignore the man's absence. Take the responsibility as you have, and then encourage yourself every morning. Yeah. I mean, even if it's just to write a quote that would just keep you energized every morning, keep it going. And if you don't have a job, get one, look for help. Yeah. I mean, there are some family members, there are some good civilians out there that would help you. Yes. You would definitely, if it is or something, it will push the family. A manager, everything is going to be settled. Definitely.
When you said mistakes happen, I was thinking, this one is not pencil mistake that when you just write and you clean it. It's a very, very life-changing.
And I'm not going to blame anybody for any mistake. Yeah. Because they don't want to be in that situation. They don't. So my dear, just keep it going.
Okay, Buki, what do you think is the way forward for this woman in this story?
Like Claire said earlier, that people should stop blaming we single mothers
at all. Yeah.
Kineko, please, I thank God for my life that I even stand for my own child to be a better man.
Yeah.
Not go adida could. I don't want to raise a man like his dad. I want to raise a better man. So for the fact that I'm trying my best to make him a better man, no one.
So the woman should
by
also
telling me
she should sit up.
So I would advise her to pick her pieces. Forget what anybody is going to fucking say to you.
Language, please.
Please. I'm sorry for that F word, but I would advise her to just don't think of what people are going to say.
Yeah,
face your life.
It has happened. It has happened.
Move forward. Just move forward and pray. Talk to God about your life. Yeah. Talk to God about your children and stay strong. Because no matter how you even afford to take care of those children, they will still remember their father. And you cannot stop them from taking care of their father. So we thank God for what God has been doing with Radio Afínjú. And I pray God will be able to do more with us.
Amen.
But I will tell her. No, you know that is me for you. I will say a word of prayer. So I will tell her God will join her and assist her on doing that.
Amen. All right. So quickly before we go, I want us to touch on this issue of contraception, because we've talked about the way forward. Now, before it even happens, I feel like a lot of people think, women are only responsible for taking precaution when it comes to contraception or contraceptives rather. They think contraceptives is only for women. When you want to have sex, you are only the one to take post pill, or you have to tell them. I feel it should be conscious decisions of two adults. Even if you are on heat, you should know that your mind should be ready that this thing that you are doing, there are only two results that can come out. Either you get pregnant or you don't. So there is a 50% chance that you are going to get pregnant. So don't just in the rave of the moment you forget yourself after the enjoyment. And after the enjoyment, instead of thinking of way forward, you're thinking, what are we now? What are we now? Meanwhile, a child is already
explain to me
on the way. A child is already growing in your womb. So, and also unplanned parenthood doesn't just happen for single relationship. Even within marriages, couples sometimes they don't plan for you. That's why you see some families. Some families you have maybe their last born is 15 years from the last dance. They have even forgotten that they want to give birth to children, but then that mistake happened, and then you find yourself thinking, I can't for my but I've seen a family.
Wow.
I've seen no, because why? Now.
No, you only woman can be 13, only 14.
We have somebody here. My sister is 6 years older than I am. And my mom would tell me, be a gun.
You see?
And when they gave it to me, I came out being a twin. My second is no more. You understand? And she was like, she's the happiest mother. And she's happy she had me. You understand what I'm saying?
But not in some situation to jẹ́ pé ẹni ọmọ 13 the 14th one wà nínú kùn bàbá yín bèrè pé kí lẹ fẹ́ fọmọ yẹn ṣe.
ẹni sùúrù náà èèyàn kọ́ bí ọmọ 13.
Yes, ṣẹlẹ̀ dáadáa.
Children lóyún ọmọ 1 ọmọ 2 ọmọ 13
and the 14th
it's a bragging right.
Kí Olúwa kí ó wà pẹ̀lú woman yẹn àti pẹ̀lú ẹ̀mí rẹ̀.
If that kind of husband leave am.
It don't be for am be that now. Okay, so we are concluding that women should have this body autonomy. Yes. If you don't want to get pregnant, then don't.
Abstain. You can
abstain. There are so many things you can
check your body system. Yeah. Use some.
You can monitor your cycle.
Menstrual control.
There are a lot of things you can
my
do.
dear sister, you dey miss so.
You dey miss for you. You know they miss for me.
Even if you might not be on your ovulation.
I mean, there is protection also.
Really, it has never.
Okay, what about someone that is on contraceptive?
No,
that happens. Married.
Yes,
and she's pregnant.
Yes, it happens.
Someone that
that one.
Okay, so are we saying if you, the moment you know that you are not ready, don't even have sex at all. Just abstain.
Can we do without this thing?
Can you do without me? But do you know you are giving the men some upper hands in our DMs like this?
No, like God bless. Since you cannot do without them, now they should fire us.
They should come for us now. Who cares? But God bless our men.
Right.
That they are doing a very good job. But please, if you do that job, finish. Face your responsibility. That job.
Yes. Hold on to it, please.
Yes. Okay, so I'll quickly read this last comment on Facebook from Classic Olayemi. Classic says, unwanted pregnancy, you can't blame either party. Now God's gift. Enjoy your package. Enjoy your gifts from God. After all, children are a blessing, Abi. Children are a blessing. You don't know the one that will become the next president of Nigeria.
So this country.
We want some collabo. Let's do some
collabo. All right, thank you so much, ladies. It has been fun on the show tonight. I'm so happy to have you ladies here on the show, but unfortunately, time will not permit us to spend more time on this topic. So next time, I hope that, especially for our special guests, Atinola and Toyosi, I hope that next time you feel free to join us. When we call on you, you can always join us on the show. And to our lovely, wonderful listeners watching us live on Facebook or listening to us now on Zero FM, thank you so much for contributing and for joining the show. This is still Women Corner on Radio Afínjú, but don't miss us too much. Same time, 8 p.m. on Wednesday next week. We will be right back on the show. Women Corner.
We got that day.
All right, guys, just say your goodbyes. So bye.